Hello, welcome to the overview of ESS BIZTOOLS Business Plus for May 2024. Fiscal management is a problem for new businesses and also for many existing businesses. We've commented on an article that appeared in the Financial Review about 8 weeks ago that was written by the CEO of MYOB, Paul Robson, who indicated that based on MYOB's research, many people start off with a great idea and in high spirits when they commence their small business. But after about 6 months, unfortunately, many of them hit a brick wall and run into financial difficulties. Mr. Robson was commenting on the latest report from Australian Security Investment Commission that business failures had increased 34% this financial year. That's an enormous amount of business failures. What could we as accountants have done to have reduced those problem areas for SMEs? In his comments, Robson indicated that the biggest single issue was cash flow, which he put down to not understanding fiscal management. So this is our main theme article for this edition of Business Plus. I would urge you to read it before you send the newsletter to your clients and prospects. And this particular article, Fiscal Management, a Problem for New Businesses, also applies to all of your existing clients because many of them run into fiscal management problems. I've opened up by saying that all businesses need to have sound fiscal management skills. So it's either the owner-operator who develops that knowledge and skills, or they hire you as their accountant to handle that work for them. I don't think there should be any negotiation. People need to understand fiscal management. And we all know that most of our clients are too busy or are not inclined to really want to understand the intricacies of fiscal management. And therefore, I think you should be very proactively saying to your client that you can offer these services. And the first issue that Mr. Robson identified was negotiating payment terms with suppliers. I think, unfortunately, many people start off in running a business. They either buy it from someone else or they start themselves and assume that if they're buying the business, the same payment terms will apply. That's not always the case, as we know. Or for a new business, they just assume that everyone's going to give them at least 30-day payment terms. Again, not correct. Doesn't work that way. And when you look at it from a supplier's point of view, with high business failures, there's no wonder that they're tightening up on who they offer credit terms to. So the first thing to make sure that a new business operator has done is to have had some discussions with suppliers and to have negotiated payment terms with them. Then, of course, they need to make sure that they abide by those payment terms. The next area that Robson talked about was granting credit to customers, and then what happens. So I've tried to expand that by looking at the full story. First of all, if you're acting for a client in this position, I think they should be forwarding the forms that they want completed. And within ESS BIZTOOLS, you have these: an application to open an account and the director's guarantee and indemnity form if the customer is a company. It's very important that your client gets on the front foot on this and sends those across. And then when that information's been received back by your client and checked, and a decision is made to offer them a new customer account, credit facility. A welcome to new customer letter should be prepared. And again, we have one of those drafted within the ESS BIZTOOLS package that you can send to your client. It's then very important to ensure that your client understands that if their customer has indicated that they require certain information before they'll make payment, and this is very particular, I've noticed in the mining industry and other big companies are requiring additional information submitted to them. If your client doesn't send it to them, the invoice will not get paid. Another big problem I think a lot of people have got is they don't specify the due date for payment of the tax invoice. If their terms of trade are 30 days, they are entitled to expect that the payment will be made in 30 days' time. And they should be stamping that date very clearly on the invoice and then implementing a follow-up procedure. As a courtesy, have a message go to your customer to tell them that their payment is due in 5 days' time. We as a country have got very high debtors days outstanding, and you need to make sure that your new clients understand that. A few years ago, we won the world record for the longest debtors days outstanding. I fear that what Mr. Robson was referring to was an assumption by many people when they start businesses, that they will automatically be paid every 30 days by their customers. Nothing could be further from the truth. With debtors days outstanding 60, 70, 80 days for a lot of businesses, your new client needs to have factored this information into their future planning. And I think this is why a lot of these businesses do hit the brick wall. Robson indicated it was because they had a GST payment to make. Sure, that will also affect them. But so will some of these other basic areas which really get back to business housekeeping. So we've listed there a preliminary checklist on fiscal management issues that you might like to talk to your client about. And I would be very forward in having discussions with your clients. Put it to them that you can assist them with the understanding of fiscal management issues, the preparation of budgets and cash flow forecasts, and sitting down with them each month to analyze the performance. This is a real role for you as an accountant to provide, or as a bookkeeper if you're offering these services. We also give you an update on corporate governance. Applies to all business, and it does, whether they're companies or sole traders or partnerships. There are certain principles that have been established within corporate governance that I think apply to all businesses. Some of them are just basic courtesies, of course. So we have some material relating to corporate governance. Delivering financial data that managers need. This is a summary that really outlines what we at ESS BIZTOOLS envisage the service that you will be providing your clients is. And we're trying to put it across to your clients that what they need is information daily, weekly. Weekly is very important because that's the weekly performance report, and then monthly financial accounts compared back to the budget that was established before. So in the overall package, which we're calling 52-week business enhancement system, we're emphasizing daily, weekly, monthly, built around the business plan and the predictive accounting reports, budgets, cash flows, and projected balance sheets. So hopefully those notes will generate some inquiries from some of your clients. And we finish with what's it mean? This is our summary of various accounting jargon that some of your clients might not quite understand what it means. This week we're covering debt covenants, debt service cover, debt to equity percentage, departmental gross profit percentages, drag along rights so that they understand what that is. So that's our Business Plus for the month of May. Just an alert that we will be issuing a special Business Plus on the 15th of May, which is the day after the federal budget is brought down on Tuesday, the 14th of May. We are planning to upload the special budget edition with comments on how the budget is going to affect SMEs. We're not worried about the big end of town or other areas of the budget. It will be concentrating on the SMEs. We hope to have that uploaded to our website on Wednesday, 12 noon AEST. And we will send you an email when it has been uploaded so that you could then read it and send it to your clients. Thank you for your support of ESS BizTools. If you have any comments or suggestions on material that we might cover in a future edition of Business Plus, please don't hesitate to contact us. Have a great day. Goodbye.